All right, Shalom. I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutations to our Yuakim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. And this is the latest news. All right, as the headline it reads, it says, confirmed, Iranian president unalived in mysterious helicopter crash. Here are the details, okay? So Lord's will, this is the potential catalyst that's really going to set off this World War III, man. That's really going to get this thing going, all right? As I have the definition of catalyst here, it says, straight to the point, it says something that serves as a precipitating occasion for an event. You see, it says something or someone that causes events to happen with itself being charged, right? It says definition 9, it says something that causes an important event to happen, right? So as I said, Lord willing, you know, this Iranian president that was unalived in this helicopter crash really brings this this time of trouble on, okay? Because this is not the first person, you know, from Iran to be pretty much unalived by Esau, you know, and pretty much Esau, you know, Amalek is saying that they had nothing to do with it. But as the story continues to unfold, you know, the people that's behind it, you know, as you already know, the small hats, you know, there's claims that they were the ones that were involved with the death of this Iranian president. Okay, so it's about to get hot and heavy, man. You know, Lord willing. Habakkuk 2 and verse 1, and it reads, it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what shall I answer when I am reproved? And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. All right? The point, verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. The prophecies, man. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So, Lord willing, this is the one right here, okay, that's really going to speed up this World War III, all right, because we understand that something major is coming to the shores of America, man. So right now, through the Spirit, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is stirring things up, man. Okay, so something may very well come out of this. But as the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we're going to continue to watch everything, man. As the scriptures say, measure the time diligently within itself. Okay, so we're going to pay attention to see what comes from this. All right, let's get into it. So this came out 12 hours ago. It says, not accident, assassination. It says Iran's president helicopter found. Pilot turned out to be Israeli agent. Check that out.
The helicopter crash of Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi has fallen like a bomb on the entire world agenda. Was the pilot of the helicopter in which Ibrahim Raisi was found a Mossad agent? The statements of Iranian government officials have created an issue on the agenda all over the world. Is Israel trying to eliminate Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi? The war of shadows between Israel and Iran, which has been going on for years, has reached a very different dimension with the war between Israel and Palestine. As is known, before the outbreak of this war between Israel and Palestine, tensions between Iran and Israel were continuing. Unmanned combat aircraft belonging to the Israeli Air Force frequently carried out air operations against military headquarters belonging to the Iranian Revolutionary Guards within the borders of Iran. A few months before the outbreak of the war between Israel and Palestine, the Israeli army conducted an operation against Iran's unmanned combat aircraft manufacturing factory. After this Israeli operation, the deconfliction between Israel and Iran has grown even more. Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi had threatened Israel by stating that they would respond greatly to these Israeli attacks, and that Iran would not remain silent in the face of these attacks. However, the war between Israel and Palestine began before Iran responded to these attacks. This war, which began as a result of airstrikes by Gaza militants on Israel in October, is still ongoing. It is a matter of great curiosity when this war, which has been going on for months, will end. The Israel Defense Forces are intensively continuing their air operations against the territory of Gaza. However, the fact that Gaza militants are hiding in underground tunnels makes the attacks of the Israeli army ineffective. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu wanted to launch a major operation against the territory of Gaza in the first months of the war, but Iran prevented this. Because
Now, if Amalek, if the small headers, are truly behind this, and what we think they are, all this is going to do is just further bring forth this World War III. All right, pursuing the prophecy. This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 20, and it reads, it says, "Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them." All right. So this precept, or this prophecy here, I should say, is one of the main markers that are taking place right now. All right. It says, "Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out." All right. So as we know that Amalek, okay, the small hats, the 48ers are going to draw America into this World War III. Okay, between America and Russia, Iran and Israel, all of these nations coming together for this final battle, the Battle of Armageddon. And by them, unaliving this Iranian president is going to cause major problems. Okay, this is why we're going to be even glued even harder to these prophecies, because, this is a big deal. Okay, this is all an act of war. Okay, which these small hatters are denying the involvement of this of the death of this president. Okay, so they're pretty much, the small hats are gonna draw America into this thing, as we see is happening right before our eyes. Right? There's no turning back now. It says, "The earth is moved at the noise of their fall, at the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he should come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs." Right? Because pretty much all these things lead to the downfall of Esau, Edom. Okay, the destruction of Babylon. All right, America according to the Bible. All right, and also the complete destruction of the land of Israel as well. Okay, so all of these things are simultaneously, taking off. It's about to go to another level. All right.
Armed militant groups backed by Iran have launched attacks inside the borders of Israel. Iran, which caused the Israeli army's ground operation in Gaza to be blocked, became the most important country involved in the background of this war. Now, the helicopter of Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi, who intervened in the war indirectly, has crashed to the ground in an interesting way. The helicopter carrying Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi crashed in eastern Azerbaijan due to high winds, it was announced. Ibrahim Raisi held a meeting with Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev just before the accident. Ibrahim Raisi, who inaugurated the Kiz Castle and Hudaferin dams located on the border between Iran and Azerbaijan, made an interesting speech during the opening. Ibrahim Raisi said, "These projects are an indication that Iran and Azerbaijan can realize such very important big projects. Some people decry our coming together and our common achievements, but these are not important to us. What is important is that we have all implemented what is good for our countries, states, and peoples together, he said in a statement. It was thought that Ibrahim Chieftain was referring to Israel with this statement. Because the Israeli government is not satisfied with these close relations between Iran and Azerbaijan, it is considered quite interesting that Azerbaijani President Aliyev, who supports Israel in this war between Israel and Palestine, has now arranged a meeting with Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi. It is known to everyone that the relations between Iran and Azerbaijan pose a great threat to Israel. For this reason, all eyes were turned to Israel after the helicopter crash of Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi.
Right. So, I believe that they're definitely involved with it, and it's all going to continue to unfold as the stories continue to come out. All right. This is Romans 3:13. It says, their throat is an open sepulchre, and their tongues they have used deceit. The poison of asps is under the lips, speaking about the wickedness of Esau, man. A sepulchre is like a grave. He speaks forth death. All right. It says, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Okay. Because as I said earlier, I believe back in 2019, they had they killed the I think it was like Iran's top general or something like that, or some nuclear scientist guy, something like that, man. So this is not the first time that that they've killed somebody. This has been happening over the years. All right, but it says their feet are swift to shed blood. Destruction and misery are in their ways. Right? That's all he knows is death and destruction. And the way of peace have they not known. There is no fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai before their eyes. So the point is that, we definitely believe that, the small hatters are involved with this thing, and it's really the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai anyway, because he's the one that's operating this whole thing. This is Proverbs 1:21. Again, I'm sorry, this is Proverbs. Let me get that. Salakia. Proverbs 21:1. Proverbs 21:1, it says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. All right, so the king's mind is in the hand of the Lord. He's the one that's controlling, these incidents, if you will, man. Okay, he's putting the spirit on Esau to accelerate the prophecies, man. All of this is leading to the escalation of World War III. All right, that's the main prophecy that we're concerned about. Okay, because so much is happening with this, the MOTB, Jacob's trouble, a time like no other on the earth. All these different things that are happening in America. The economy is crashing. People are feeling the squeeze. It's hard to live. There's so many different factors that can contribute to prophecy right now, man. So that's how man, this thing is so close. All right, but it's the Lord that's operating the show, so to speak. Right.
The questions of whether this helicopter crash was an ordinary accident or an assassination confused everyone's mind. That's when the really interesting thing started. According to information obtained from sources close to Tehran, Iranian government officials claim that this was not an ordinary helicopter accident, but an assassination of Ibrahim Raisi. According to information obtained from regional sources, the pilot of Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi's helicopter is alleged to be an Israeli intelligence agent. According to the allegations, the pilot who used Ibrahim Raisi's helicopter during his visit to Azerbaijan was changed. The pilot on the way from Iran to Azerbaijan and the pilot on the way back from Azerbaijan were not the same person. According to information obtained from regional sources, those close to Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi say that the helicopter pilot has been changed, and this pilot is alleged to be a Mossad agent.
Boom, see? So it's all coming out, man. Amalek was involved. All right? And we're going, like I said, we're going to see more of the story, play out as they continue to investigate these matters, But are we surprised? No. All right? We know that Esau is fully involved in this thing, man, as he always is, right?
Iranian Interior Minister Vahidi made it clear that the helicopter carrying Ibrahim Raisi had to make a hard landing and rescue teams had not yet reached the area. Iranian state televisions want to inform about this helicopter crash that Ibrahim Raisi had, but since there is nothing clear yet, all television channels are waiting for an explanation from the official authorities.
There you go, just like us. We're all waiting to see what the official report is, but these are the things that are coming out right now. Right? So that's why I said the times that we live in are very heavy. Okay?
It is said that Iranian Foreign Minister Abdullahian, East Azerbaijan Provincial Governor Malik Rameti, and Tabriz Friday Imam Ayatollah Ali Hashim were also on this helicopter carrying Raisi. We are still hopeful, but the information coming from the crash site is very worrying, Iranian officials said in a statement. In other words, it is not known whether Ibrahim Raisi is still alive or not. Another reason why all eyes were turned to Israel after Ibrahim Raisi's helicopter crashed was the statements made by Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. As it is known, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu knows that Iran is indirectly supporting Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu recently announced that despite all obstacles, they will eliminate militants on the territory of Gaza, and even Iran will not be able to prevent this. After this statement by Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, Iranian-backed Hezbollah militants launched a new attack on Israel. A red alert has been issued on the Lebanese border as a result of Hezbollah's airstrikes against Israel. The Israel Defense Forces had to deploy a large number of Iron Dome air defense systems to Israel's border with Lebanon, because the Iranian-backed Hezbollah militants are constantly carrying out attacks against Israel. After these attacks, the Israeli army did not respond to Lebanon in any way. For this reason, it is claimed that Israel has responded to Iran through Ibrahim Raisi. The ongoing shadow war between...
Let's let this pass. All right, bear with me 1 second.
It is said that Iranian Foreign Minister Abdullahian, East Azerbaijan Provincial Governor Malik Rameti, and Tabriz Friday Imam Ayatollah Ali Hashim were also on this helicopter carrying Raisi. We are still hopeful, but the information coming from the crash site is very worrying, Iranian officials said in a statement. In other words, it is not known whether Ibrahim Raisi is still alive or not. Another reason why all eyes were turned to Israel after Ibrahim Raisi's helicopter crashed was the statements made by Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. As it is known, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu knows that Iran is indirectly supporting Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu recently announced that despite all obstacles, they will eliminate militants on the territory of Gaza, and even Iran will not be able to prevent this. After this statement by Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, Iranian-backed Hezbollah militants launched a new attack on Israel. A red alert has been issued on the Lebanese border as a result of Hezbollah's airstrikes against Israel. The Israel Defense Forces had to deploy a large number of Iron Dome air defense systems to Israel's border with Lebanon, because the Iranian-backed Hezbollah militants are constantly carrying out attacks against Israel. After these attacks, the Israeli army did not respond to Lebanon in any way. For this reason, it is claimed that Israel has responded to Iran through Ibrahim Raisi. The ongoing shadow war between Israel and Iran is much more dangerous than this war between Israel and Palestine. Both countries want to prove to each other who is the biggest power in the...
Right, and that's why this thing is going to lead to the war of Armageddon, all right? Which Israel is going to draw America into this war. And also, Russia is allies with Iran. So everybody's going to get involved. That's why this thing is so pivotal,
Middle East. The air operations organized by the Heron model unmanned combat aircraft of the Israeli Air Force against Iran were increasing every day. In response, Iran was carrying out airstrikes against outposts on the Israeli borders, with its own Shad 136 model unmanned combat aircraft. The Israeli army eventually carried out air operations against the military headquarters of the Iranian army, leading to the death of a general in the Iranian Revolutionary Guards. Israel's move, on the other hand, made Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi very angry. For this reason, Iran is indirectly giving great support to the Gaza militants.
All right, so we'll leave it right there, man. So we get the gist of what's going on. As these 48ers are saying, they weren't involved, they had nothing to do with it. But as the story continues to unfold, I'm pretty sure that they did, you know. So it's a lot of speculation, things like that going on. But this indeed is some very heavy times. Revelation 11. It's Revelation 11 in verse 14, and it reads, it says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, man, which is World War III. Okay? So let's see how this thing continues to play out, man. It's, you know, it's just heavy times. You know, Lord willing, like I said, this is the catalyst that we need to get this thing really going. You know? But hey, I pray this quick lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, and Shalom.